Welcome. Let's look at some Notion templates.
Right, here we go. Let's dive right in and explore my list of top uses for Notion. These templates are all available to download for free from andyexperience.com. Let's see, I've got a list of 7 templates here. Let's start with the one that I use every single day, my daily log. When you go to download the template, you'll see I've written a little description of how I use my daily log. Click here down the bottom to access the template. So it's quite straightforward. In the past, I used to record lots of information. Although initially useful, I found it was just unrealistic to be recording that much information about myself. So I condensed it down to the things that I really wanted to keep track of. There are tabs at the top for monitoring things like exercise and alcohol consumption. You can add extra tabs for views and features that you want to highlight. So let's quickly add a log entry. I give my entries a title that kind of describes what the day was. Mark the date. I like to record a tag that represents my mood that day. I use tags a lot, quick and easy. I use them to record my health, what exercise I did, what alcohol I consumed. Personally for me, I record information about my headaches. There's a free text box for adding memorable moments about the day, reflections and things that you want to write about. I also note down briefly what I ate that day. There is a field for weight. That's something that I don't record that every day, but it's quite useful every time that you do, just to keep track of it. So the next one that I use a lot in my Notion is the library. This is where I record all of the books that I have in my house, plus all of my reading. So my books that I record have a status, whether I'm reading them, whether they're current reads, or whether they're ready to start. And I can filter my views so that I can quickly see what books are in those categories. Using that little star emoji picture thing, I'm also able to favourite my favourite books. I also keep track of the year I read a book. This is a gallery view, so get yourself a picture of the book cover and it really does make this just look a lot nicer. Under format, this is where you could extend your library to include other media. So I do that, so you can record your movies, your music, your video games, things like that. Right, so the next feature that I've created a template for is my bucket list. I have those nagging things in the back of my mind that I want to get done, and this is a great way of showing me what I want to do and what I've done. Very, very simple, and once again, it really relies on gallery view. Get yourself a picture that represents the goal that you want to achieve or that you have achieved, and then as you populate the template, it'll look great. And since I've started using this, I've found it really useful. So let's just create ourselves a little goal here, put your goal in, a little description about what it is you want to do. There are tags for different themes, and you can mark when you got it done, and when you have done it, you can check it off. So the next feature I use is my learning log. I use this template if I've been doing some research, if I've learnt a new skill, watched a new tutorial or something. I log what I've learnt, when I learnt it, I tag it. I can then add links and resources. And then at the end there, I can put next steps. So things that I want to do next if I want to develop that learning. You can then add tags linked to some of these themes or things like that to really customize the learning log to your learning. Right, the next one, reflections. This one is really, really simple, but I find really, really effective. It's simply creating a gallery of the people you find most inspiring, your favourite people. Again, it makes use of the gallery view, so make sure you upload a photo, add their name, their photo as the cover, and then write a few short words about what it is that makes them so important to you. When you've started filling this up, your screen is filled with the faces that you most admire. Really useful if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration. And the next one is my kids show and tell. Kids are doing things all the time, and this is a great way I've found to keep track of some of those key achievements and moments. So this database uses a master tag system. So you tag your child, we give them appropriate names or something. You can add extra ones if you've got more children, you can take it away if you've got less. But this links in then to each time you add a feature. So for example, if you add their height, you tag the relevant child. There's a timeline view and there's a way of filtering between each of your children. This works the same for the weight. These are features that I just use occasionally. The one I use the most is show and tell. So this is where you can add a picture that they brought home from school, their school report, when they learned to ride a bike, like in this example. And you can filter between children. You create a new instance, you tag the relevant child, and add the relevant information, date, description, and add an image, so that again you get to make full use of that gallery view. So my final template is quotes. When I'm reading, I like to note down pertinent and interesting quotations. I've created 2 templates here. First one is a simple quote template, just where you type out interesting quotes that you find. The second one is a little bit more detailed to create a fuller reference. So let's look at the simple quote template. And as I say, it's just making use of the quote feature in Notion. You're reading an interesting book, you come in here, you press the add quote, and just type it out. This creates a useful page to come back, again, if you're just looking for a little bit of inspiration. My other template is a little bit more detailed, and perhaps if you were using this for research or writing an essay or something, you can add the author, a theme, you type your quote out, the year, and you can write a full academic reference. You could then add filtered views and things if you were thinking that you needed to refer back to specific quotes. So there we go. Those are my top uses for Notion. All of those templates are available for free from andyexperience.com. Just head on over to my Notion templates page and then duplicate and add the page to your Notion. That was a whistle-stop, very quick tour of some of the ways I'm using Notion pretty much every day. These are the features that I find most useful, and I hope you find them useful too. So until next time, many thanks. Bye-bye.